All right, welcome back. And right now, we're taking a live look at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., where the House is voting tonight on the Respect for Marriage Act. Now, this bill would protect same-sex and interracial marriages.
Today's vote comes amid concern other rights may be in jeopardy now after the Supreme Court ended protections for abortion. News 5 State House reporter Morgan Trow spoke with Ohio representatives who weighed in.
U.S. lawmakers have introduced a bill that would protect same-sex marriage. The Respect for Marriage Act would make sure that every legal marriage would be considered legitimate and would prohibit any state from discriminating against couples married in other states. This bill comes after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. In a concurring opinion, Justice Clarence Thomas argued that the court should also reconsider landmark cases, such as the right to marry someone or engage in private sex acts with someone of the same sex. Congressman Jim Jordan has been outspoken on the floor about not repealing the Defense of Marriage Act, which only considers marriage between a man and a woman.
I hope we can defeat it. I hope it doesn't pass. I think, as I said, is unnecessary and wrong.
The representative, who is currently defying January 6 committee subpoenas, spoke repeatedly about how the act is unfair to states who had never updated their marriage equality laws after the Supreme Court ruling.
Reverse the law in 35 states where those states have said marriage should be traditional marriage.
Although the bill is expected to pass easily through the House, the Senate is where it could get stuck. Senator Rob Portman was the first Republican senator to share his support of same-sex marriage in 2013 after his son came out as gay.
So from the lens of a father, I'm pleased about it.
His team told us that he still supports marriage equality and guided us towards statements he made more than half a decade ago. However, his statements raised doubts on if he would vote to protect it.
I did believe that this was better handled by the states, so my preference would have been that here in Ohio we would have had a vote on it and allow people to decide. I think that would have made for more enduring change.
The final House vote should come out tonight, and the Senate is set to vote on it this week as well. At the Ohio State House, Morgan Trow, News 5.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other nations where same-sex marriage is legal. This is all according to the Pew Research Center. In 2000, the Netherlands became the first country in the world to legalize gay marriage. Belgium was next in 2003. Canada was the first nation outside Europe when it legalized same-sex marriage in 2005. In 2010, Argentina became the first country in Latin America. And in 2015, Ireland became the first country to legalize same-sex marriage through a popular vote.